So for the article, what I want to discuss for it said how and I would say back in 2015 how had the disease actually have a scar from it on the back of their eye on their retina, which is actually located on the back of their eyes. And the article also goes on to say that for people who have that there's not really a link between cataracts and Ebola, or at least that scar that comes from it. Of people who have had Ebola in the past, they have any loss of vision, but there are those select few who actually do have a bit of a loss of vision from having Ebola, or at least the scar that comes from it. And you'll have to read the article to find out more about it. And for MITB Bank, the first of two things I want to discuss is the first ever women's MITB ladder match. I had an idea, and I thought that Natalia was gonna win, but she didn't. It was actually Carmella, but the way in which Carmella won was very not right and very controversial. It was whenever Becky Lynch, my girl Becky Lynch, obviously, was gonna grab the briefcase. James Ellsworth came in the ring and knocked Becky off the ladder, and then he went up the ladder himself and grabbed the briefcase and threw it down to Carmella, who was actually in the ring or hanging in the ring, and he threw it to her. But even though the win was shrouded in a controversy, the win still stood. Carmella as your first ever Miss Money in the Bank. And then the second thing I want to discuss was Jinder Mahal defending his WWE championship against Randy Orton in Randy Orton's dream match in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. And that's, I guess, also a shout out for those of you my subscribers who live in St. Louis too. So, and then in the final, closing moments of the match, whenever the Saint brothers were ejected from ringside for interfering in the match, before they actually left, they went over to Randy's father, Cowboy Bob Orton, and sort of messed with him a little bit, and grabbed him, all that stuff. And then Randy Orton took a high level offense to that, and I would too, and I'm sure you guys would too, and beat because as Bruce Saxton says, if you mess with my family, I'm gonna mess you up. But that proved to be in the downfall, because whenever he was done beating up the Singh brothers, he went back in the ring, and then Jinder Mahal actually hit his finisher on him to retain the championship. And I was very happy to see that. I did not want to see Randy Orton a champion again. I personally found him boring now, and I actually let Jinder Mahal, heel or not. And then for the book update, uh, Tim was in the tower, I saw a tiger. Yeah, he saw a tiger, and there was actually a bottle of something that actually in the tiger's collar, and the tiger drank some that stuff, and then he went from a tiger to a man, later to a man by transforming himself into a man, and then the man told Tim that whenever he got back home to put some stuff of a liquid into his mom's eyes, because she was blind from having the crap beat out of her by Tim's stepdad. And then after he was done trying to get in her eyes, to give her the axe that he found in his father's chest box thing. And that was exactly what he did whenever he got back home. He found his mother, and he put the drug stuff in her eyes, and then whenever he went to the living room to check on the widow, he was dead because his stepdad returned and had killed, he killed the widow. And then just as Vern kills his name, grabbed him, his mother saw that and plunged the axe into his head, and that killed him's alcoholic abusive stepdad. And that was how the story ended. And then the next part was Billy, the boy who was found in the cart, the story, and I would say, telling him about all that stuff. So that's all I have for today.